7:41 on a Wednesday morning. It's the Wake Up Call, PositiveCountry.com. We've got our very special friends here. We've got Brad and Sonia with Brian Insurance in the studio. Good morning, guys. How are y'all?
Good morning. Doing good.
Sonia, you are you've earned your wings in your halo and all your crowns and jewels. I heard the good news yesterday that Rick has officially been released to start walking.
Yes, he can start walking.
Fantastic
He can
news.
drive a little bit.
So
little
glad to
bit.
hear it.
Yeah, he immediately, when they told us that,
Did he
we get
jump?
out to the parking lot and he's like, I'm driving home. I was like,
I don't blame him
it's
at
fine
all.
with me. I didn't care.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's
Good.
doing good. He's doing good, yeah.
Brad, how's life for you?
Oh, everything's going excellent.
Still chipping away at the house?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, good deal. Awesome. Well, what's going on in the insurance world today?
Oh, well, I feel we always have a lot going on. It feels like forever since we've been here.
It has been, yeah.
But here we are, and while we have lots going on, which is good, it's all good, we're going to talk about our furry, what do they call them, fur babies, furry friends, our pets. We want to talk about that today, about how you can get insurance for your pets.
See, this is something I just found out about, and I need to look into this because, as you know, Ginger is she's our child. Ginger is our 5-year-old German Shorthair Pointer who we adopted 2 years ago, and we just fall in love with. And I just found out that you can do this. You
Yes,
can
you can.
insure your pets.
Yes, you can, and we can hook you up. We
Wow.
can get you signed up.
How big
Okay.
is your dog?
She's 42 pounds.
That's a lot of pounds.
How old is she?
She's 5? 5 maybe? Yeah, 5.
This is live insurance.
This is a live quote.
It's a live quote.
Okay, so
Yep.
here
tell
you
me.
go.
I'm ready.
I just quoted you.
Okay.
Alrighty. So there's different programs of this. This is if you're ever familiar with AFLAC and reimbursement programs,
Okay.
that's what this is. This is a wellness reimbursement major medical for your cats and dogs.
Okay.
It's very simple, real easy. Took me 2 seconds to get you a quote.
Yeah, that was quick.
So we're going to talk about the cost.
Okay.
So this is a whole pet policy.
All right.
It's a reimbursement up to 70% reimbursement. Comes out to $77 a month.
Okay.
It will reimburse up to $10,000 annually. And the way it works is all you do is if you have an incident, you take your pet to the vet looks at them, you take the bills, kick it over to the insurance company, they cut you a check.
No kidding.
Simple as that. They'll reimburse 70% of the fee, so if it's a $1,000 fee, they'll give you $700 back.
Okay.
70% reimbursement.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that it covers are veterinary exams, hospitalization, surgery, injuries, cancers, specialty and emergency vets, and the list goes on. Some of the things it doesn't cover. Pre-existing condition. We all heard that buzzword. Wellness and routine and preventative care. So that's your heartworm shots, all that stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, that's just
Stuff you're gonna
do
normally
anyways.
Yeah.
And boarding, grooming, cosmetic procedures, breeding, all those
Of
things.
course.
Those are not covered. But as you can see, there's a very large list as well.
Interesting.
Now there are different levels. That was just the top level. You can go all the way down to like $42 for major medical. Those are your accidents and some hereditary diseases and cancers are covered in that as well. But this will also cover cats. And I quoted Sonia's cat before he came over here. $16.66.
What a deal.
Yeah, we'll take it.
My mother had a dog that I hadn't even heard of this, but tore its ACL and had to have reconstructive surgery that cost my mom like a couple $1,000s. And I mean, she had to make the decision, right? Because as most people would when you're facing that type of a vet bill, is it financially feasible? What do you do? Because some people can't justify spending that kind of money, even if you love your animal. It's just, that's a huge financial burden.
I'll tell you exactly what I did. I took my dog, Gollywoggins, to
Gollywoggins.
Gollywoggins. He was the Gollywoggins. He was a 11-year-old Great Dane.
Yeah.
Ancient, old man. And we were on a motorcycle rally in Tyler, Texas. And he ended up getting a condition called bloat. And that's where the stomach flips over and causes expansion of the intestines and pop bloat. I ended up, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. Ended up at a 24-hour vet with my dog. He was breathing heavily, dry heaving, the whole 9 yards. I was upset, I was crying. And it turned out that the vet walked up to me and goes, he's got it's 90% failure rate if we do the surgery. He's 11 years old. It's $7,000 for the surgery.
Whoa.
And I made that decision it was a financial one.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, if I had this policy,
Yeah.
that decision would be a lot different, because I would have been like, okay, I'll be reimbursed for this, so I don't care what it would take to save my boy. But at that point, it was like 90% failure rate. There's no way that, no.
You can't. I mean, that's such a huge amount of money for a non-guarantee.
Right, and that's why I made the decision. Now we have a replacement. He's not as bright as Golly. His name is Max.
Yeah.
Even the lawnmower guy came over and was like, oh, that looks like my old dog Max. I was like, that is your old dog Max. He's like, no, my old dog Max was terrible. I was like, yeah, unfortunately, that's him.
Yeah.
You returned him to me. But he has his pet insurance, and well, it's worked out quite well, especially when he knocked out that window and fell out of a 2-story house.
Oh.
He's not smart.
He's not smart.
Oh. Okay.
I mean,
Wow.
I almost had the liability of my homeowners, got to use that on him because he broke a lady's collarbone.
Oh my goodness.
He tripped and his butt landed on her and broke her collarbone. He's
Wow.
not
He's a
right.
big dog.
He's a
Does
big
he
dog.
have dog insurance? Is he
Yes,
insured?
he is
Okay.
definitely insured.
It's paying out royally.
That's what I'm saying. This is a really easy policy because I actually got to use it.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing though. I mean, it really does. And it keeps you, it prevents you, well, it helps when you get to that decision-making time.
Right.
And you pray that you never have to make that decision, but it sure would make an
A lot easier.
impact in that decision making.
And I mean, I look back at, I always like to tell stories of my childhood and all that because there's always an adventure there. But we had a cat that got caught in a car engine. And my little sister cried so much. We took that cat to the vet. It had its back legs, casted. It had its jaw wires. We kept that cat alive, but I started thinking, in that situation, when you look at your kids and they say, that's my animal, that's my buddy, what are you going to do? And you're like, oh my gosh, this animal's a mess.
Yeah.
What do we do? This would be one of those things where it would absolutely allow you to take care of that animal without having to have that horrible conversation with your child.
Yeah, absolutely. Gives them a fighting chance.
We need to get a quote for Rocco,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
for Matt's dog Rocco,
Wow.
and for Jake's dogs. We need to talk.
It's an important thing. I mean, for us, especially our dog is definitely a part of the family. I mean, I think our dog is right underneath as spoiled as my wife is. Ginger gets spoiled pretty well. So, well, awesome. Well, if folks are interested in learning more about this, how do they get a hold of you guys?
It's real simple. If you want a quote on this,
Yeah.
if y'all
Well,
want
that took you 2 seconds.
Yeah,
to
it
give
took
me
me 2 seconds. You just go to our website. We have a link on there. You go into the personal line section. It's super simple. It's one click. You put in the animal's name, you put in how old they are, you put in your email, get a quote, and you have it. It is so easy. So if you want a quote, go see us online at brianins.com. That's Brian with a Y. Or if you have issues, you can call us or come see us.
Right.
Second floor Ciera Bank Building or 940-549-2525.
And then Hudson Oaks is 2950 Fort Worth Highway Suite 500, 817-770-0096.
Awesome. Well, thank y'all so much. That was really enlightening. I'm gonna look into that because your pets are your family.
Exactly.
It's a great way to take care of them and alleviate some of that financial burden on you. So, all right. Well, thank y'all very much. Awesome.